Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's January 25th of 2021, and it's about 2:15 p.m. in the afternoon. A beautiful sunshiny day here in Fort Worth, Texas. Um, Apple has, this is from CNN's website. Apple has just issued a warning to keep your iPhone 6 inches away from your pacemaker. I don't have an iPhone, by the way, but I have an Android phone. Uh, it says here, an important heads up for iPhone owners. Apple is warning customers that its smartphones could interfere with medical devices, including pacemakers. In a notice published on Apple's support page Saturday, the company explained upon previous issue safety information warnings users that iPhones contain magnets and radios that emit electromagnetic fields, both of which may interfere with medical devices such as implanted pacemakers and defibrillators. The special notice specifically warns users about the magnets inside. All four iPhone 12 models, as well as mag safety accessories. Uh, Apple notes that the iPhone 12 version contains more magnets than the prior iPhone models, but it also said they don't pose a greater risk of magnetic interference with magnetic devices than earlier models. Apple said in the update that the medical devices can contain sensors that may react to magnets or radio waves that come in close proximity. The company recommends keeping iPhones and mag safety chargers a safe distance away from medical devices, which it defines as more than 6 inches or 15 inches apart when wireless charging. Anyway, I'll link to this. Um, a couple of things. I was thinking the other day about uh, going with a wireless keyboard. I have one here, more than one maybe. Also going with I have more than one wireless mouse also. But I was thinking I think it's Logitech that. Anyway, I was thinking of going with they have the pad thing here, and that you can put the keyboard on, and you can put the mouse on, and it charges it up. Now I think I'll just avoid doing that. Um, I don't think this is a big worry. This app, I don't own an Apple device. I don't think this is a big worry, but it's something to be concerned about. As you know, I do have a pacemaker installed. This is my video from October 17th of 2010, and that's me in the ambulance. Um, and then I've also just a few months ago, the the old pacemaker needed to be replaced, and I have the new pacemaker in. I've never had any trouble with the pacemaker. Uh, One of the things that Apple has been big on, and that's great, is the medical. They're big into their, I guess, their watches. I don't know. I don't wear a watch of any kind, not because of any issues, but uh, that's a big thing that Apple has been pushing, which is they've done some great things. They want to do some even greater things. Uh, so I guess their watches are pretty terrific in that regard, and they want to make them even better. So this is kind of a poor Apple, huh? and I think they're probably being extra cautious. Um, I'm a amateur radio operator, and I have a handy talkie that puts out up to 5 watts of power, radio power, on different frequencies, depending on which one I have it set to. So I've been careful. Well, you're told to be careful with that. Uh, Also, like with welding, I don't do any welding anymore, but I used to be, for years, I was a welder welding, 8 hours a day. So that's something else you need to be careful with. When I got my first pacemaker, I asked, the doctor asked if I had any questions, and I said, "Oh, what about the microwave thing?" And he said, "Oh, you no longer have to worry about that. That's just, don't worry about the microwave." So, anyway, people who do have pacemakers do need to be uh, careful. Also, we're issued a card when you have a pacemaker put in, or a defibrillator. You're issued a card, and you're to notify when you're going into buildings that have security, if they're going to run you through um, their machines. Uh, you need to notify them and show them the card that you do have, a pacemaker, a defibrillator, or I guess there could be some other type of device implanted. You do need to notify them of that. When I went through the airport, I think I've only gone through a couple of times. Well, one trip would have been a couple of times, but they, just ran me through, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. A few other people just went around a different way. So it's something to be aware of. Let's see here what these people. Now, this is a website, that it's about computer stuff and whatever, and they say Apple warns against putting an iPhone 12 too close to your pacemaker. And then they say you probably don't need someone to tell you that magnets and life-saving medical devices don't mix. But Apple wants you to make that patently clear. Uh, Apple recently updated a support document to warn against keeping the iPhone 12 and mag safety accessories too close to pacemakers, defibrillators, and other implants that might respond to magnets and radios. You should keep them at least 6 inches in regular use, or at least a foot away if the iPhone is wirelessly charging. The company maintains that the extra number of magnets shouldn't increase the risk compared to past iPhone models. Still, the notice comes days after doctors reported that the new phones could interfere with implants. In a test they found, the iPhone 12 kicked a defibrillator implant into a suspended state when it got near it. And then I'll put a link to this. So just be aware of the situation. Wanted to post this since this is I don't this I've gotten on this my first. Well, this is when I collapsed. Not not because of a magnet, or I didn't have a I got a pacemaker because I walked into Walgreens and fell over. So this has gotten 19,000 views, and then I've posted more videos occasionally about my pacemaker, and I've had people leave comments saying, "Oh, thank you very much, I'm getting a pacemaker put in," or "Thank you very much, my father is having a pacemaker put in, and this was really, your video, not this one specifically, was really helpful," so forth and so on. So I wanted to post this, and then I'll add this. I think I have I think I have a playlist. I'll put this in the playlist. Anyway, just an update, and keep in mind, if you're an amateur radio operator too, to be careful about because a handy talkie will put out 5 watts of power. And then if you're an amateur radio operator, you may be, uh, belong to a club, and you might be somebody who is asked to go and help them with a repeater transmitter, that's up on top of a tower or something like that. And those can put out hundreds of watts of power. So uh, just, something to be aware of. So thank you very much for watching.